Breaking right now at 6 o'clock, this major Florida highway is starting to reopen after officers shot and killed a suspect and 3 officers got hurt.
Plus, breaking overnight, a 6-year-old is missing in Bowl County where she was last seen. And
clearly this immigration stuff, there's a mandate from the voters. They want this dealt with.
Today is the day. A special session on immigration is set to begin in just a matter of hours in our state capitol. The immigration demands and the other topics the governor plans to target.
Local, live, late breaking. WESH 2 News Sunrise starts now.
It is 6 o'clock on your Monday morning. Today is January 27th. I'm Christina Watkins.
And I'm Sonica Dange. For the first time in a long time, we're going to feel like we are in Central Florida. I've been waiting for this.
Literally, all of us. We've seen our fair share of winter weather recently, but we are back in the 70s. First morning meteorologist Cam Tran is tracking all of it with us this morning. Before we get to that, we got to get through this visibility issue.
That's right. We are dealing with some patchy fog, so we're not expecting anything widespread or dense, but lower visibilities along I-75 this morning, especially in Wildwood and in Ocala. You can see Ocala visibility down to just 2 miles there. We're dealing with some just light patchy fog right now in Wildwood. But those temperatures, huge improvement from the weekend. 50 right now in Sanford, 54 in Orlando. Good morning. The villages here at 45, 43 right now in Ocala. High temperatures later today, climbing into the low 70s, and we are looking at dry skies as well. Here's a look at our satellite and radar this morning. Just a few high-level clouds, but overall, dry conditions for your back-to-work Monday. Here's a look at our 12-hour forecast. The high is 74 this afternoon in the city. Beautiful, bright sunshine, and once the sun gets up and going, I'll let you know when we are expecting our next best chance of rain to return to the forecast. But first, let's take a look at the roadways this morning with Megan Mackey.
Cam, heading out the door this morning, we're still off to a great start. Noticing a little bit of that fog as you were talking about in some of our FDOT cameras here. This is I-75 in Marion County. There was a crash here in Reddick earlier near Highway 318. That has cleared out, looking like just one car left there in the shoulder, but a little bit patchy in some spots. Nothing too dense, though, to really have a big impact in terms of fog for your morning drive. I-4, very quiet, clear start here in downtown Orlando. Our chopper is just lifting up this morning. We'll bring you those live pictures coming up here in a few short minutes.
Back to that breaking news where traffic is slowly starting to move again on I-275. This is around downtown Tampa. You are taking a live look this morning at all the stop and go traffic. It is moving at a snail's pace. This is the result of what happened overnight when Tampa police shot and killed a man on this stretch of the interstate after they say he led them on a chase and appeared to reach for a weapon. Police say before that, the man is accused of hitting 4 people with his car last night, and he killed one of them. 3 Tampa police officers got hurt. It's unclear how that happened, but we do know they're expected to be okay. Now to Polk County, where a 6-year-old girl is missing. This is Impress Moore. Come look at your screen here. FDLE says she went missing yesterday. She was last seen on North New York Avenue in Lakeland. That's near North Florida Avenue and West Memorial Boulevard. FDLE says she was wearing a puffy blue jacket, blue leggings, and a pink sparkly boots. If you know where she could be, please call Lakeland Police or 911. 6:03 now, happening in just a few hours. Lawmakers will meet in Tallahassee for a special session.
And there are several big topics up for discussion, and one of them has to do with condo reform. The governor is calling for this as condo fees skyrocket. Regulations that took effect after the 2021 Surfside condos collapse put more of a financial strain on condo associations, and renters say that falls back on them.
Lawmakers will also consider adding restrictions to the ballot initiative process. This comes after Governor Ron DeSantis led efforts to defeat ballot initiatives on abortion rights and recreational marijuana back in November. But we know one of the main topics is a crackdown on illegal immigration. WESH 2's Paola Tristan Aruda joins us live this morning. And Paola, lawmakers filed several bills in the State House and the Senate.
Yeah, Christina, nearly 24 bills have been filed that deal with immigration, and the governor wants the state to lead the way when it comes to assisting the federal government with immigration enforcement. Other bills filed would eliminate out-of-state fee waivers for dreamers who were brought to the United States as children. And this legislature is set to meet at 10:30 this morning in Tallahassee. Live in Orlando, Paola Tristan Aruda, WESH 2 News.
All right, Paola, thanks. WESH 2 will be at that special session today in Tallahassee. Nancy Alvarez will have live reports starting tonight from our state capitol on Florida's efforts to overhaul immigration.
Today, we are expected to learn about the fugitive caught in Lake County. Donald Fields was on the FBI's top 10 most wanted list. Fields is from the St. Louis area, but was arrested in Lady Lake Saturday during a routine traffic stop. The FBI says he's facing child sex trafficking and child rape charges. Fields has been on the run since 2023. Today's press conference will be held at 2 p.m. at the Lady Lake Police Department.
A Central Florida restaurant serving people for more than 5 decades in Orange County is now closed indefinitely. The waterfront Orlando restaurant caught on fire. This is a staple in Edgewood, right next to Lake Jenny Jewel on South Orange Avenue. Orange County Fire Rescue says they got the call before 5 o'clock yesterday morning. The owner, Ryan Davis, says he and his wife found out about it from breaking coverage yesterday right here on Sunrise. He's now raising money to help support his staff.
This is a staple of the community. It's been here since '72, so we have no choice but to rebuild it for the community. You know, it's our livelihood, but it's also just it's an icon of the city of Edgewood.
It really is. Fire investigators are looking into how this all started.
So much damage. Speaking of icons, an iconic Orlando entrepreneur has died.
Yeah, Bob Snow founded Church Street Station, a once bustling attraction in downtown Orlando. Snow drew the world's attention to the City Beautiful in the 70s and 80s before selling the venue in 1989. On social media, take a look at what Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer had to say. In part, quotes Bob Snow's vision and entrepreneurial spirit helped put Orlando on the map as a tourist destination. He went on to say there's no question his leadership and love for our city were incredibly impactful. Bob Snow was 82 years old.
So many things attract all of our tourists to our area. Biggest of which is usually weather. Hasn't quite been the case for the last 4 weeks, but we are back on track now.
It's about time. Let's bring in first warning meteorologist Cam Tran. Cam, it is a chilly start out the door still.
It is. So you'll still need a jacket as you walk out this morning. Look at this, 50 degrees in Sanford, 48 in DeLand, 45 in the Villages. But these temperatures are actually closer to where we should be, or our average lows for this time of year. So a nice crisp start to the morning. We are not tracking any rain as we take a look at our satellite and radar. Just a few high level clouds around, but no rain to track at the moment. So as you head to the bus stop this morning with the kiddos, they'll need the jackets. It's going to be a cool start, but they'll likely be shedding that jacket by this afternoon as you pick them up from school. We'll see a high of 74 degrees, warm sunshine and comfortable conditions. Now let's take a look at the roadways this morning with Megan Mackey.
Cam, there's a small issue heading out the door right now. It is along State Road 408 westbound, right at Orange, traveling towards that I-4 interchange. There's a disabled car here blocking off the shoulder of part of that exit ramp. So our choppers cruising live there this morning. Just that far right lane is blocked on that off ramp to I-4. So you're going to come across some delays if you're traveling in that direction. Other than that, though, we're off to a good start. This is a live look closer to Mills along 408. You can see so far no heavy delays traveling westbound. We'll check in with some I-4 travel times coming up in a few short minutes.
Next on Sunrise, a new threat in California as the wildfires start to fizzle out and rain begins.
Plus, it's International Holocaust Remembrance Day. After the break, we'll take you inside the former concentration camp, which is now a memorial for the hundreds of thousands of people who died there.
You're watching WESH 2.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio is threatening to place a very big bounty on Taliban leaders if they're holding more American detainees than is currently known in Afghanistan. Rubio says the U.S. knows of at least 2 Americans currently detained. The Biden administration successfully negotiated the release of some Americans from Afghanistan, including 2 freed in a prisoner swap last week. Closing in at 6:17 this morning. You know, considering we are the Sunshine State, we didn't see much sunshine over the last few weeks. Very gray, very gloomy. But we're back, baby.
Florida's back. Florida weather's back. And we are looking at plenty of sunshine this week. Also a warm up as well. It's like Mother Nature's giving us some redemption after the crummy weather.
She said we put you through enough.
We'll give you some grace. So I want to show you. Here's a look at our top weather headlines today. We are waking up to some patchy fog this morning, but let's focus on the good news. We are looking at a warming trend this week. I'll show you which day this week will actually hit 80 degrees. Right now, though, we are seeing some patchy fog mostly west of Orlando this morning, and some of the areas that are dealing with some lower visibilities are out towards Sumter County. So you can see some patchy fog right now in Wildwood. We're also dealing with some light patchy fog in Ocala this morning, but you can see right now Terrytown, Bushnell, as well as Lake Peninsula, seeing about some patchy fog there. Lower visibilities right now setting up in Rutland. So be careful if you're driving out and about in Sumter County this morning, particularly along I-75. Here's a look at those temperatures. 54 this morning in Orlando, 45 in Leesburg, 45 in the Villages. Hey, good morning, DeLanne. You're currently at 48 degrees. It's still cold out this morning, but at least these temperatures are closer to where our normal lows are supposed to be for this time of year. And then we'll see bright sunshine this afternoon and temperatures climbing into the low 70s, which again is closer to the seasonal average high of 72. We are looking at a high of 71 this afternoon in Lake Mary, as well as in Altamont Springs, 74 in Orlando, 73 in Hunters Creek. Out by Celebration, we'll top out around 73 this afternoon. Along the coast, though, we'll top out around 70 in New Smyrna Beach, 70 the high in Titusville, and 73 the high in the Villages. Our first warning radar not tracking any rain, and we'll keep it that way for the rest of the day today. As we take a look at futurecasts, again, a gorgeous day to get outside. Clear skies, bright sunshine, and we are going to keep it that way through the afternoon. This evening looks quite pleasant as well. So if you're heading out to the theme parks today, we couldn't ask for a nicer forecast. A crisp, cool, sunny start this morning, and then we are looking at pleasant dry thanks to high pressure in control, but by Thursday we'll be already pushing temperatures climbing into the upper 70s. So again, as you wake up the next couple mornings, temperatures are going to be closer to seasonal. Low 50s tomorrow morning, upper 40s for areas north and west. Highs tomorrow afternoon will be back in the low 70s, which is right on par for where we should be for this time of year. But look at this, Thursday a high of 76. 79 the high on Friday, and on Saturday we're looking at a high of 80 degrees. Now, if you're wondering, is there going to be another cold front to drop those temperatures back down again? Doesn't look like it. Here's a look at the long range trends. So these, you can see all of Central Florida in the red, indicating we are looking at about above average temperatures through the first week of February. So if you like these warmer temperatures, they are here to stay, and we're also looking at dry weather through the end of the week. However, we are looking at a couple showers rolling in this weekend. Not a washout by any means, but I do have that 30% chance of rain in both Saturday and Sunday. I'll have more of the timing of the rain coming up in the next half hour, but let's take a look at the roadways first this morning with Megan Mackey.
Cam, there is a crash I'm monitoring. If you're heading out the door along State Road 408, it's impacting just that westbound side. It's right here at Mills. Now, there was an earlier incident on the off-ramp at Mills. That has cleared, and now there's a crash. This is blocking off the shoulder. Traffic looking like they're getting by in all of those lanes, but if you are heading this way, you're going to notice the backups there traveling westbound, and you should slow down and move into those left lanes. This is another look at those delays building here from our camera in this area. Westbound, right at Mills, approaching that I-4 interchange. You are going to be sitting in just a little bit of traffic. Those travel times are starting to pick up now that we're getting towards 6:30. Checking in on those State Road 408 westbounds from State Road 417 to I-4. Right where that crash is, delays are at 9 minutes and growing.
It is 6:21. A rematch is on the books for Super Bowl 59.
After some big games yesterday, we now know who's heading to the Caesars Superdome. We're taking a look at the record set and close plays from yesterday in some games and see how the championship-bound teams are feeling after the break.
The Super Bowl is set. It'll be a rematch between the Eagles and the Chiefs. Look at all the fans who flooded the streets in Philadelphia and in Kansas City last night. Philly on the right side climbing a light pole, it looks like it. This was after the teams won their conference championships. Let me tell you, these games were great. One had quite the historic score. The other was quite a nail-biter.
All right, let's start with the NFC.
So now both teams getting ready for the Super Bowl in the Superdome, February 9th in New Orleans. And Central Florida is going to be well represented on the NFL's biggest stage.
We always make our way into every national story, don't we, in some way? Coco CJ Gardner-Johnson, Jalen Carter from Apopka making his Super Bowl debut, and Jalix Hunt, the rookie out of Houston Christian, making a huge impact for Philly. On the other side, Tommy Townsend headed back to the Super Bowl, seeking his third straight title.
So happy for them. So if you need to, you can root for anybody at this point. Root for Central Florida. 6:26 still ahead on Sunrise. The parent company of Facebook and Instagram is getting ready to spend billions of dollars this year.
Why Meta says most of that money will go towards artificial intelligence. Plus, President Trump says he has spoken to many people about a deal with TikTok. The latest on the app as the time to make a sale ticks down.
Can't believe this is happening.
It's happening.
The funniest late night lineup is on CW18.
I like that. Because what the young people are doing is what I'm doing too.
I couldn't be more excited.
Tonight starting at 11 on CW18.
Right now on Sunrise, immigration is taking center stage as a special session begins in Tallahassee.
We want to ensure that all of our levels of government are participating positively alongside the federal government.
What Governor DeSantis is taking aim at addressing.
Plus, a heartbreaking update to a condo fire in Palm Bay. A mother died from her injuries days after her 2 young children also died in this fire. We'll tell you what her sister is doing to help out during this tragic loss.
Local, live, late breaking. WESH 2 News Sunrise starts now.
Good Monday morning to you here at 6:30. I'm Sonica Donge.
And I'm Christina Watkins. It is a cool but warmer start to our week after feeling like a bit of a winter wonderland.
Would you call it a winter wonderland?
Minus the snow, at least here in Central Florida.
But see, that's the thing. If we got snow, then maybe I would say winter wonderland. We just got stuck with the cold, dreary, gray skies. It's okay. It's all behind us because we're going to get back into the 70s today. So we're going to focus on the good news, get you right over to First Warning meteorologist Cam Tran. First, though, we have to get through some patchy fog in areas.
That's right. Most of that patchy fog is west of Orlando. You see visibility down to about 1.5 miles in Leesburg this morning. Patchy fog right now in Wildwood as well as in Ocala. Most of us, though, just dealing with quiet skies. Here's a look at our satellite and radar this morning. Quite a few high-level clouds streaming ahead. The radar portion showing dry conditions, so that's good news. But temperatures this morning, not as chilly as this weekend, but still cold. You'll still need that jacket. 52 right now, Kissimmee, 45 in Leesburg, 42 in Wildwood, 49 right now in DeLand. We'll warm up into the low 70s later on today. 74 your high later in Orlando with lots of sunshine and staying dry. I'll let you know when we'll see our next best chance of rain in the forecast coming up in 15 minutes. But first, let's take a look at the roadways this morning with Megan Mackey.
Cam, there are a couple issues for your morning drive. Our chopper's cruising live over this crash I've been monitoring. It's along State Road 408 westbound, just past Mills, heading towards Orange Avenue. Only blocking the shoulder. 3 cars involved in this crash, so no lanes are blocked, but there are some delays here traveling westbound towards that I-4 interchange. Also, a new crash just popped up. This one is along the beach line. This is on that westbound side as well. This one just past State Road 520, heading towards Dallas Boulevard. That left lane is blocked off here and looking like there are some injuries with this crash. You can see those crews on scene, traffic getting by in the far right lane, but there are some delays here traveling west just after State Road 520. I'll continue to monitor that crash and we'll check in again coming up in a few minutes.
Megan, thank you. The Florida legislature will meet in Tallahassee today for Governor DeSantis' special session.
And the focus will be a lot on immigration enforcement. WESH 2's Paola Tristan Arruda joins us live this morning. Paola, this is happening to try and fall in line with President Donald Trump's immigration plans.
Yeah, that's right, Christina. And the governor has laid out a number of proposals to align with the federal government. And within the last days, several bills were filed both in the state House and Senate that would advance the governor's agenda.
All right, Paola, thanks. 260 DACA recipients crossed back into Mexico to try and fix their legal status as President Trump's mass deportation plans become a reality. 7 busloads of Dreamers received special permission from U.S. immigration leaders to leave and legally re-enter the country. Applying for a green card and eventually citizenship is not available to most who enter the country illegally, even if they were kids at the time. But this process, known as advanced parole, can clear the way for a U.S. citizen family member to petition for their permanent status. All last week, WESH 2 brought you the stories of those who could see the impacts from the upcoming legislative session and the Central Florida organizations who advocate for migrant communities. You can find those stories right now by going to our website, wesh.com.
Police in West Palm Beach arrested this man for making threats against President Donald Trump. 46-year-old Shannon Atkins was taken into custody on Friday. The FBI National Threat Operations Center says they were tipped off about threatening posts Atkins made against the president online. He's facing 1 count of written or electronic threats, as well as a charge of cocaine possession after several bags had been found on him at the time of his arrest.
Back here at home, a fundraiser for a Brevard County mother and her 2 children killed in a fire is now up to more than $15,000. The mother died from her injuries days after her kids. It all happened inside of their home on Sunnybrook Lane early Friday morning. Family members tell WESH 2 the 32-year-old mother you see right here was a business owner and loved helping people in need. They say her 2 children, Zayla and Emmanuel, were vibrant souls. The mom's sister started that fundraiser to help cover medical and funeral costs. The state fire marshal is looking into the cause.
Governor Ron DeSantis called for a special election after Brevard County Representative Debbie Mayfield resigned from her House District 32 seat. That will take effect in June. The order schedules the special primary election to be April 1st and the special general election for June 10th. Mayfield is expected to run for Randy Fine's state Senate seat after he resigned to run for Mike Waltz's Congress seat. Fine's resignation takes effect March 31st. President Donald Trump tapped Waltz to serve as National Security Advisor.
It is 6:39. Let's get you out the door to start your week because we are so excited for this warm up we are finally seeing.
Yeah, I mean, it's still chilly out the door this morning, but still a bit of a warm up. Maybe not a full parka, maybe a light jacket instead. And we'll take it, Cam. Any significant improvement is significant.
That's right. We are getting in some improvement in terms of those temperatures. Look at this, 54 this morning in Orlando, 49 in DeLand. We're at 45 in the Villages. So still cold. You'll still need a light jacket at least as you head out the door this morning. But you won't need any rain gear. Here's a look at the satellite and radar. It is clear. It is dry out this morning. We are going to keep it dry through the rest of the day today. So as you take the kiddos to the bus stop, you'll likely need the jacket, but they'll be shutting it by this afternoon as we will see high temperatures climb into the low 70s. In Orlando, we'll see a high of 74 with lots of sunshine and comfortable conditions. I'll let you know when you'll need that rain gear again coming up in a few minutes. But first, let's take a look at the roadways this morning with Megan Mackey.
Okay, I'm heading out the door right now. I'm continuing to monitor this crash I was mentioning about 10 minutes ago. It's along the beach line here. It's westbound traveling towards Dallas Boulevard right after State Road 520. Looking like all those lanes are now shut down westbound, but traffic here is getting by on the right shoulder. So big backups though are building. This is a crash with some injuries. Again, the beach line westbound just after State Road 520 traveling towards Dallas Boulevard. This is a look at the map here to give you a better idea of where this is. Some delays here are building because of this crash, so I'll monitor this. And it is a Monday heading towards 7 a.m. We'll check in on those I-4 travel times in Osceola County coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Megan, next on Sunrise, it's flu season, and hospitals across our state and the country say they are really feeling the impacts. Tens of thousands of people are going to the hospital for this. How you can protect yourself and your loved ones from getting sick.
We have a health alert for you this morning. A rising number of Americans are feeling the fury of the flu. Chances are high either you've felt it or someone you know has at this point.
We're hearing the sneezing and the coughing, and the latest CDC data this month shows more than 6,600 people died from the flu and 160,000 others ended up in the hospital. As those numbers go up, doctors say COVID cases are down. They say COVID strains, for the most part, became less severe over time. But that flu, man, it is hitting people really hard.
There is always a concern about hospitals reaching capacity, especially when flu cases are just overwhelming. So even those 1 to 10 extra hospitalizations from the flu can literally break a hospital's capacity. All the more reason to protect yourself today.
So to avoid getting sick, doctors say it is not too late to get your flu shot if you haven't already done so. And of course, wash your hands more frequently for at least 20 seconds. Sing a song while you're washing your hands. And don't forget to wipe down those surfaces.
A growing number of animals have gotten sick or died after consuming raw pet food or raw milk contaminated with bird flu. This is why the FDA is now asking pet food makers make sure they're taking extra precaution when it comes to food safety. New guidance issued this month says manufacturers should seek ingredients from flocks or herds that are healthy and use heat treatment to kill viruses. All right, this week is Literacy Week.
It's so exciting. It's about raising awareness about the importance of reading to all of the students across our state. Orange County Public Schools has a big mission for its students, staff, parents, and guardians. They want you to read 20 million minutes collectively by April 30th. Mark it on your calendar. Mayor Jerry Demings and Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer said they're going to join in too. The district hopes the challenge will develop a lifelong love of reading. Love a good challenge.
And what a great week to take that book outside.
Yes.
And enjoy the sunshine that we have missed oh so dearly.
The weather is taking a 180 turn this week. We are looking at lots of sunshine, dry conditions as well. In fact, I'm going to show you the 7A right off the top to show you the good news on this Monday morning. We are looking at just absolutely stunning weather through the end of the week. High temperatures will climb into the upper 70s, and look at that. Yep, on Friday, a high is 79. We are looking at a couple rain showers this upcoming weekend, but it's not going to be a washout. I'll talk more about that weekend rain in just a second. But let's first take a live look outside in Ocala, where you can see some high-level clouds there in the background. Still a cold start this morning, so you'll need a jacket, but not as chilly as this weekend. Good morning, Ocala. We're at 43 degrees, 45 right now in the Villages, 46 in Leesburg. We're at 54 this morning in Orlando and 50 in Sanford. Our first warning radar is showing dry conditions across our area, and we will keep it that way for the rest of the day today. So bright sunshine through the afternoon. We'll see a high of 74 later today in Orlando. Now come tomorrow morning, temperatures will be pretty similar to what we're seeing this morning. Lower 50s for I-4 on east and southward. North and west of Orlando will start off in the upper 40s tomorrow morning, and high temperatures for tomorrow afternoon will be pretty similar to what we're expecting today, with high temperatures in the low 70s for inland spots. Areas along the coast, upper 60s to low 70s. High pressure really going to be the dominating weather factor for us this week. That's what's going to keep us dry and allow us to gradually warm up as it slides off to the east. So Thursday looking great, and then on Friday staying dry. But we're watching our next cold front that will be approaching from the northwest. Up ahead of that front, though, we are going to see a warm up. Highs on Friday afternoon climb into the upper 70s. Saturday, a high of 80 degrees. It will be warm and breezy. And then on Sunday, a high of 77 degrees. We do have a 20% chance of rain both weekend days, and that's because the timing of that cold front I just mentioned earlier, not quite panned out quite yet. I'll show you, for example, why. On the left is the European model. This model wants to bring in that rain by Saturday afternoon. On the right is the GFS. You can see how that is a much slower, keeps the rain up towards North Florida still on Saturday. The GFS again being slower brings the rain in on Sunday, while the European much quicker. We're already drying out by Sunday according to the European model. So we're going to watch the trends and kind of fine tune the timing of that rain. Again, it's not expected to be a washout, but we'll know the timing a bit better in the next couple of days. Here's a look ahead at your Central Florida certified most accurate forecast up until the weekend, though. Beautiful sunshine, gorgeous temperatures. Get outside and enjoy it. Megan.
Okay, I'm getting another check of traffic this morning. I'm continuing to monitor this incident along the beach line. It's impacting those westbound drivers this morning, right after State Road 520, before you get to Dallas Boulevard. You can see here the left lane is blocked off here this morning. This is a crash involving some injuries. Most of it now pulled off onto the shoulder. Earlier, all those lanes were shut down, but traffic's now getting by in the far right lane. So delays there traveling westbound from State Road 520 towards Dallas Boulevard along the beach line, but quickly clearing out. This is a live picture from our tower camera in downtown Orlando. A great start here, but traffic really starting to pick up here on the Monday morning along I-4. No crashes to impact your morning drive along I-4, but those travel times are getting heavier. I-4 eastbound right now from US 27 to the beach line. Delays are at 32 minutes.
Megan, thank you. A reminder, if you are heading to Flagler County later tonight, FDOT will have nighttime I-95 closures on the bridge over Moody Boulevard. 2 lanes will be closed from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. tomorrow. The maintenance will begin on the northbound lanes and then shift to the southbound lanes. They are telling drivers to expect delays. Saturday Night Live celebrates 50 seasons next month.
That is wild. Yeah. Of course, the show certainly impacted comedy here in America, but it also had a very unique effect on music.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are so lucky tonight.
Carly, XCX,
Prince, LL Cool J, Public Enemy,
Bob Dylan,
Willie Nelson, Bad Bunny.
You have it right there. It's all the focus of a documentary airing on WESH 2 tonight. It's called Ladies and Gentlemen, 50 Years of SNL Music.
Music plays a major part on that show, and most of the iconic sketches that people remember, be it King Tut or, anything
Murphy.
Eddie Murphy's done.
James Brown's Celebrity Hot Tub.
The Lonely Island stuff, it's all music related. SNL is such a game changer.
A game changer indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, 50 years of SNL music airs tonight at 8 right here on WESH 2. It is 6:52. Don't go far. We will check in with our top stories after the break.
We are back now at 6:55.
Our Sunrise team has a final check of this morning's top headlines, weather, and traffic.
And we begin with a 6-year-old girl missing out of Polk County. Take a look at your screen. This is Empress Moore. Florida Department of Law Enforcement says she was last seen on North New York Avenue in Lakeland wearing a puffy blue jacket, blue leggings, and pink sparkly boots. If you know where she could be, call Lakeland Police or 911.
I'm Paola Tristan-Aruda, and the Florida legislature will meet in Tallahassee this morning for a special session with an emphasis on illegal immigration. Governor DeSantis wants the state to lead the way in assisting the federal government with immigration enforcement. Many bills have already been filed in both the House and the Senate that would advance the governor's agenda.
Dry and cool start on your Monday morning, and we are looking at a nice warm up later on today. 12-hour forecast showing a high of 74 degrees. So as we take a look at the rest of the work week, we are going to see a gradual warm up. Look at that. We'll see a high of 80 degrees by this upcoming weekend. Megan.
Okay, I'm getting a final check of traffic this morning. Heading out the door along I-4, traffic here getting a little bit heavier traveling eastbound, but we're crash free right now along the I-4 corridor. So nice and quiet there. Same thing closer to Maitland. This is a live look from our tower camera at WESH 2. A crash still working to clear along the beach line, but cars are getting by there near Dallas Boulevard.
Thanks for spending part of your morning with our Sunrise team.
Flip on over to CW18. We've got more major headlines coming up at 7 o'clock, including everything from the Pro Bowl in Orlando this weekend to some of the attention Elon Musk is getting around the world. We will also get an update on that breaking news from Tampa involving officers. Join us this morning from 7 to 10 on CW18.
And if you're sticking around here on WESH 2, here's what you can expect on today.
Coming up on Today, are you taking full advantage of the free benefits that come with your credit cards? They can offer big savings, but a lot of Americans don't even know about them. So this morning, Vicki Wynn will be here with everything you need to know. That and more ahead on Today.
What do you want to watch?
Big Bang.
It's one of my all-time favorites.
Sounds like a party.
Bang, bang. The Big Bang Theory.
Oh, yeah, this is it.
Tonight at 7, only on CW18.